Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. I'm your host, Ringo. Welcome. What we're going to talk about is a topic I titled, I'm 47, and Jesus Christ freed me from the Hebrew Israelite.
Shalom Yasharala. Giving all honor and praise and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah and in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and apostles, men of great millstone, and to the rest of the brother known down is teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shah Shalom Bayatah Dabada. And to the Akim and Akwat that's out to repent. Shalom to you, Mashpakah, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And also to the speckled bird of our people that's among the other nations looking like the other nations. Shalom, Mashpakah. Just coming at you with a quick one. Just thinking on individuals, any of our people that would deny their own identity. Because you got the mind of an Edomite. Therefore, you begin having the mind of an Edomite. And most of our people, you can't even say they have the mind of the other nations. They have the minds of Edomites. Because these Edomites is the one that put you discontinued, that fulfilled the prophecy of you being discontinued for your heritage, from your identity, from your way of life, from your form of thinking. You was already rebellious anyway. See? But you have the mind, all of y'all out there that's running around talking about, no, I don't identify as an Israelite. You have the mind of an Edomite. Because who do you think the scriptures are? You can't deny who you are as a person or as a people, and then still try to think you gonna read the scriptures and then apply these things to you. You have to understand that the scriptures is written to a specific and particular people, and also a peculiar people, right? The scriptures is written to that peculiar people, man. You just can't read something and then insert yourself into it. You can't do that. See? When you go into now, and this is one reason why these devils will say you can don't you ain't gonna read the Old Testament, because a lot of that stuff, a lot of that stuff that's to the Israelites. So, but you read the New Testament. New Testament is for everybody. No, it's not. No, it's not. The New Testament is for those who you think Paul written to. Who you think he wrote to? Who you think? When you go to Revelations, right quick, I just want to just read a few things, get these scriptures that was in my mind, and just bring them out real quick. But when you go here, right, just to show, because our people don't get it, man. They just don't get it. You ain't gonna escape this. Either you gonna repent, turn to Yahweh Shem Shah, and that's all a part of you acknowledging who you are. See, but our people be trying to make these little lame arguments. So, see, no, you don't have to acknowledge who you really are to serve God. And say, okay, but show me who did he didn't tell no other nations to serve him. He told you. See, he told you. That's why when you go into this Romans, right, 9 and verse 4, Salakia, and it says what? You see what it says right there? So you told, yeah, we can serve God. We can serve God. No, this is what he's telling the Israelites. What he says, for I could wish that myself were a curse from Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Who Paul talking to? In the book of Romans, because these are the books. This is the epistle of Paul to the Romans, the epistle of Paul to the Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Thessalonians, Philippians, Colossians, and Thessalonians. These are the books that he's writing to. He's writing to these people in these places. So you calling yourself, oh, I don't acknowledge myself as a Hebrew Israelite. I'm just a man. I'm just a man that's going to serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But wait a minute, who is Paul writing to right here? When it says the epistle of Paul to the Romans, who you think these Romans is? What did he say right here? For I could wish that myself were a curse from Mashiach, for my brethren and my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Who what? who are Israelites, to whom pertains the adoption, the glory, the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of Yahweh and the promises. What it said? The service of Yahweh. That's who go serve Yahweh. That's who go serve him. It's talking to you. It's giving you instructions on how you to serve your power. You Israelites. See? This is why when you go to let me grab this real quick. Leviticus 25. And let's go down to it. Right? Leviticus 25 and verse is it 55? Leviticus 25 and 55. For unto me, the children of Israel, meaning you Hebrew Israelites, are servants. Are what? Servants. What you think a servant do? A servant serves Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua or whoever they belong to. We belong to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So what it says right here, for unto me the children of Yasharallah are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, your power. See that? So that's who can serve the Most High. Not know any people. See? But see, our people is something else, man. You can't tell them nothing there. You can't tell them nothing. See? So those who those books was written to, who Paul was talking to. So why would you nowadays walk around and say, I don't acknowledge myself as who I truly am? You can't escape that. You can't escape it. See? You can't escape it. And then a part of you denying yourself, guess who else you denying? Guess who else you are denying? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's who you're denying. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You gotta speak like a third person. Yes, you are. See? Because why? What did he say here? What did he say here? Just rolling through the spirit right now, getting a few things out of my head right quick. What did he say right here? Let's grab this Isaiah 45 right quick. Isaiah 45 and verse 4. What he says, for Jacob, my servant's sake. Who? For Jacob, my servant. Those that can serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. But he said Jacob. Who is Jacob? The Israelites. And Yasharallah, my elect. Who was that elect? The Israelites. I have even called thee by thy name. Who are we? We are the children of Israel. We are the Hebrew Israelites. So if you say, I no longer identify myself as a Hebrew Israelite, that means you saying that you saying that you're not, what are you saying? You saying you're not the children of Israel. That's what you're saying. You are basically, if you say I'm not a Hebrew Israelite anymore, you are basically saying that you're not the children of Israel, and ain't no salvation coming to you, because that's who salvation is for. But he says what? I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. See, the Most High, the one that gave us our name. He gave us our name when he changed our forefather name to Yashar Allah. When he said, thy name shall no more be called Jacob, but Yashar Allah, he gave us our name as a nation of people. So when you say, I no longer identify as a Hebrew Israelite, guess what you're saying? You are telling the Most High, I'm no longer your people. That's what you're telling him, man. And guess what? He already knew you was going to do it. That's why he put that spirit on you, that spirit of falling away. See? It's the Most High that named you. He the one that gave you your name. He the one that gave you your identity. See? He the one that gave all these nations on the earth their identity. See, who you think that put it, when you go into all the names that was given to our forefathers, Yahweh, Lawiyah, Yashashakar, Banyamyan, when you go into all those names, don't you know that the Most High put it in our people's minds on what to call, just like Mashiach, his name. His father didn't pick, or John for that matter. His father and mother didn't pick that name. Yahweh said, this is what you're going to call him. And concerning Yahushua, when he sent Gabriel, he said, hey, look, go tell them that I said call him this. because the Hebrew name has meaning behind it. And he said, call him Yahushua. He ain't say call him no Jesus. He ain't say call him whatever you want to do. Call him, as he ain't say call him Joseph, baby Joseph, or Joseph the second, Joseph Jr. He didn't say that. Yahushua Jr. He didn't say that. He said call him Yahushua. See? So once again, the Most High, the one that gave us our name, man. He gave us our identity. And if you say, once again, that I no longer identify myself as a Hebrew Israelite, you basically saying that you are not the Lord's people. That's what you're saying. Because can't no anybody just serve the Most High, man. I just read it. Now, when it comes in the kingdom, yeah, all these nations go bow down and serve him. How they go serve him? By serving his people. That's what these people don't get. These other nations are going to serve the Most High Yahweh by submitting and serving his people under Yahushua. You see that? That's how they're going to serve us. They ain't just go walk through the earth. Yeah, I'm serving the Lord, and they just doing whatever they want to do to serve the Most High. No, they're going to submit to us, his people. That's how they're going to serve our power. They're going to obey the laws that we're going to institute under Yahweh Shah throughout the earth in the kingdom of David. They're going to follow after what the things that we or institute, which is going to be the ways of Yahweh Shah. See? You can't get around it, man. But let me get back to my point, though. But dealing with Jakes that denied their own identity. See? Because you got the mind of an Edomite. See? Edomites think that they can, no, they'll tell everybody, no, the New Testament is for everybody. I just told you who Paul was writing to. All those books that he wrote was to Israelites, not no anybody. See? Let's grab this real quick. Let's grab this first. 1 Peter, right? 1:1. Now, it says right here. First, before I grab that, let me go back to my one I wanted to get real quick. Revelations 1 and 10. I was in the spirit on the Lord's day and heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, and what thou seest write in the book, and send it unto the what? And do what? What you write down, send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia. Now, all these names that's listed right here is these books right here. This one, this one, this one, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, this 6, and that's 7. You see? That's the 7 churches right there. See? Romans, Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians. That's the 7 churches. And those 7 churches that he was writing to was who? Let's go back to it. This was the 7 churches he was writing to. Peter 1:1. Peter, an apostle of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to the strangers scattered abroad throughout Pontus, Galatia. The Galatia is what? Was to the Galatians, those Israelites that was in Galatia. The book of Galatians. One of those 7 churches. See, these places right here was located among those other places that's listed in the those seven books of those 7 churches. See? That I just mentioned. See? And he says what? It's scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. You see that? That's who it's written to, man. Israelites. It ain't written to no all people. See? It's just that simple. It's not hard. When you get the other one in James, who James was talking to. Right? James 1:1. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. To the who? To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. You see that? And James, who he talking to? So anywhere in the book of James, you can't read it and say, it's talking to me, and you're not an Israelite. You can't say it's talking to you. So anything you reading in James, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to apply it to myself. He's not talking to you. He's talking to who he's talking to. Who James say he's talking to? My brethren. Count it all. Who is his brethren? Israelites. See? So if you run around saying anything that James, any instructions that James is given in his book, whether it's chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, or chapter 5, you will be, if you say he's talking to you too, and you're not an Israelite, you're going off and you got the mind of an Edomite. If you say that. Because he's told you right here who he's talking to. See? Now let's grab that scattered. Let's find out who he's talking to. Who was scattered? Who was scattered? Yeah, the Christians were scattered, and the Israelites. Let's grab it. See? And I'm just reading this just to show, because a lot of our people, you're weirdos, man. You're weirdos. You weirdos, for number one, would think that you go deny your own identity. That you should be thanking the Most High for allowing you. If you getting offended, if anybody, any of our people that's running around out here denying their own identity, and you getting offended because of what other people doing, do what you got to do. Don't worry about what they doing. Do what you got to do. If you see some motherfucker being freakish and doing all the shit, some inappropriate shit that he know he shouldn't be doing, don't worry about him. Worry about yourself. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You don't think your way of working it out is by saying, I no longer identify as a Hebrew Israelite. And I'm talking to you brothers out there and you sisters out there. Whoever come across this video and might see it that said those same things about themselves, that you no longer identify as a Hebrew Israelite. I'm talking to you. Well, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is talking to you, because he the one that put it in my mind to even say these things I'm saying, to bring out what I'm bringing out. See? Not me. We don't speak our own mind. See? And what it says for scattered, it says diaspora. It says a scattering, dispersion of Israelites dispersed among foreign lands or foreign nations. Slakia. You see that? So these individuals that were scattered, it was who? Israelites dispersed among foreign lands. See? So what? So you don't identify any longer as a Hebrew Israelite? So you can't escape it? How you get here then? Who did he scatter and send into captivity for their iniquities? Who? The Israelites. And we the posterity of our forefathers that was first sent here to go through our punishment. So how you no longer this or that when you still would get yourself out of this captivity then? Give yourself salvation. Let's see you try it. Let's see you do it. You ain't, because why? It's been given to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua from Yahweh to come redeem his people, the Israelites, out of their captivity, out of their punishment. See? So if you is not an Israelite, then go get yourself out of this shit, this damn mess you in. See? You people are through, man. See? So this is who James talking to right here. Out of all the chapters that you will read in the book of James, this is who he's talking to. You cannot be like an Edomite that reads something in the scriptures and then you like what it say and then you insert yourself into it. If I was talking to my sons and I was saying anything that I would say to him or him, and anything I would say to him, you think you could come up and listen what I'm telling him, and then you would say, okay, well, I'm gonna insert myself on that. Do you think I'm talking to you now? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my son. I'm talking to my children. See, you can't insert yourself in something that ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's the meaning with these Edomites. They read these particular things, whether it's in the book of Acts, Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians. They read those things and they think it's applying to them. They read those things that's in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and then they insert themselves into it. He's talking to the Israelites, period, point blank. Period. Who you think Timothy was going? Who you think Paul commissioned him through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to go speak to? Who you think he was talking to? Anybody? No, he was talking to Israelites. He was an Israelite talking to other Israelites. You already know the book of Hebrews. I'm just showing all these books. When you said when you went to Peter 1:1, and Peter said what? Who he talking to? To these individuals. Who you think he was talking to? He was also talking to those same people, the Israelites. So any book of Peter that you go read, first Peter, first chapter Peter, second Peter, anything you read in there is talking to Israelites. If you're not an Israelite, you can't say he's talking to you. He's not talking to you. The first book of John, second John, third John, he's talking to who? Israelites. He's not talking to anybody else other than Israelites. So if you're not an Israelite, you can't look at those books and say, hey, he talking to me too. He's not. The book of Jude and Revelations, also the same thing. Just making these points. And you can't get around it. See, what these people have done, they done taught false doctrines and then told you, oh, whatever you see, when you see Gentiles, that's talking to all the nations. And that's why you stupid as hell, man. All these books that you see here is written to Israelites. All of them. All these books you see here is written to Israelites. You can't get around it. See?